hello there. Who's not entertained? Oh man, I wish I could play more of this song. It's absolutely fantastic. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting his shot. And today, we are up to the season finale of The Sopranos Season 5. Man, this has been a fantastic show. And I feel like I keep thinking about the rewatch for this show. Like, it's been a couple days since I've watched Long-Term Parking because I've been editing all the reactions leading up to Long-Term Parking. I had so many in the vault. In fact, I still haven't edited that reaction at the time of recording this, but I've edited up to the test stream. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Then I had a friend on the weekend talk to me about, yo, have you watched The Sopranos? He asked me about it. I'm like, dude, I've been watching it on my YouTube channel for the past month or two. Like, yes, it's absolutely sensational. He started asking me questions about it, and he's like, have you seen, like, up to this? I'm like, yes, but don't go further than that, buddy. Like, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing to have that conversation, and I just kept thinking about the rewatch and how much rewatch value this show is going to have when you kick back in your own time and enjoy. I do hope you guys are enjoying the reactions. I'm going to waste no more time. We're going to get into the reaction. I'm going to absolutely smash this thing, and let's see what's in store. This episode was titled All Due Respect. Let's get into it. Let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Man, I'm so excited for this finale. Oh boy, I'm so excited for this finale. I'm just so happy that season 6 is like, apparently you guys are saying it's season 6A and 6B, so it's like 20 something episodes, which is good because it means I have a lot of Sopranos to watch. It's not a 13 episode season, which I'll get through in like less than a week.
Forensics has signed off on him. The body can be released.
Phil, why don't you wait until they fix him up over there?
I promised our mother I'd see him like we knew him, Jimmy. Before they put on all that pancake and shit.
That's cold, man. That's cold opening up with a body bag. Are you serious? After Aid went out like that? We didn't even get to see her body. Her family won't get the privilege that Philly has here, at least.
Your funeral director's car is here. I'll go down and meet them.
Oh, hey, thanks for that massage. My toe doesn't feel
Should have stayed down that lane, Tony B.
Watch the windows. Oh! Excuse me. How you doing? You're Joanne, right?
Who are you?
Well, we're friends of your son's.
My son doesn't live with me.
We're, from Alcoholics Anonymous.
What's your name?
Well, we're anonymous. You see his car's out front.
He went to California or Vegas, I don't know.
California or Vegas. When did he leave?
I'm sorry, I have to go to work.
Where the fuck is he?
Leave me alone.
I had a brother your son's age.
Please let go of my hand.
Where the fuck is he, you fucking cunt?
Hey,
I'll
hey,
take
hey.
that disc, man, and I'll ram it up your box.
Philly, please.
If Philly ain't careful and keeps his emotions...
This guy's mother.
Hey, he's got to keep his emotions in check, otherwise that could warrant getting whacked, man. Mothers are being insulted, like left, right, and center. Where's the rule book? I need to read the rule book here.
You were still here?
I'm driving to school. I'm about to leave as early.
He'll bring some cool people.
Hey, what are you doing up?
Snowblower.
Seems to me you are not sleeping that well, period. And look at you.
Told AJ to fix this leak while I was still living at my mother's. What's going on with him? Every time I go by the room, he's flopped down on the bed, on the phone.
I am so sick of nagging him. And if he thinks he's going to get into East Stroudsburg State, he is sadly mistaken.
And look at this kid out there, the gardener's son. Can't ask this one to take out the trash.
Hey,
God
Tony.
is a great motivator.
I like the way Tony fixing that door, man. Do your best and silicon the rest. That's how it works out.
You think we gave AJ too much?
Then you look at Meadow. Same house, same everything. She's doing great.
She takes after you, maybe.
Don't do that. He's my son, too.
Hey, there's my little amaretto cookie. Clear a plate so we can take a look at these.
They're only preliminary drawings.
I've got scones if anybody wants. Hey, Meadow, take a look at the house your mother's gonna build. Well, and Grandpa.
Tony, Ignatz is responsible for those no-money chateaus up on Tish Drive.
Wow, look at that entry. What is that, like 3 stories high?
How is he going to explain Aid's disappearance to her mother and to everyone else? It's going to be interesting. Tony just going to say again she went into the program. Like...
Left me on the club, never showed up for work. Place is rudderless.
Oh, my God. Is there anything I can do?
Nah. Now, look, I gotta go. Somebody's waiting for me.
I am devastated. I wish I could reach her. Is there a number?
Not that I know of.
Chris, listen. There's other fish in the sea.
Yeah, pussy bombardero. She ain't even in the sea. She didn't get that privilege, man. She in the woods. She in the cabin in the woods with Joss Whedon. And Chris Hemsworth. And all the men then from Buffy and Angel.
Stepping out on her boyfriend.
I heard she took off.
Any idea where?
How should I know? He's a dope addict. Did I already give you that?
If you hear anything, let me know.
Say hello to Ike and the guys.
Bloody Ray, man.
Tea's held up. He said it's tough without him. Right? Yeah.
What can we say about this guy? The ancient Romans had a word for it. Asshole. In all candor, though, we love you, Raymond. Bon Natal.
Everybody loves Raymond. But this Raymond a rat.
Take that setup away. He ain't coming.
Who, Chris?
South with the geese.
Christopher is the logical sacrifice bunt.
To make up for the dead brother.
I'm his brother-in-law.
You think New York is really gonna come after you, Bobby?
Fuck do I know?
If you're them, you want somebody close to Tony as possible. And who knows him better and longer?
Better and longer.
Financial squeeze on all of us.
Tell me about it. I'm already getting fucked with by Johnny's people. It's not good. All due respect, I'm willing to die for a good cause. This is bullshit.
Here he
Hey,
is.
New Jersey versus New York, I'm here for it.
What's going on? We don't miss though. How are you? Happy birthday, Ray.
Thanks for coming, Tom.
I bought these, plus that's a good one.
Acuto di Sopranos.
I serve it at my house. It's from Avellino. My grandfather said that some of my ancestors were winemakers, but what the fuck do I know?
Thanks, Tom.
That's gonna be a treasure.
Yeah, well, whatever. Larry, what the fuck are you doing here? I thought you were in house arrest.
Fuck them. I ever see that? I ever see a fuck stick. They ever show you these in medical school? They're called balls.
Good for you. Listen, I can't stay.
Oh.
I got a meeting I gotta go to. Got something I want to say. Regardless, it's been made clear to me that if they put their hands on him, he will not be dealt with quick. Talking torture. For that reason, even if I knew who my cousin was, and I do not, I would not deliver him up to them. I am offering him the same protection that I would offer any of you in similar circumstances. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, hey, Tone, I would never do what he did. God bless, I hope not. But we are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something. So we're going to deal with this as a family, together, no matter how it affects anybody, personal safety-wise, financially-wise, whatever.
Yep. Vin Diesel watched Sopranos. Yep. Dominic Toretto watched Sopranos.
I see that my nephew isn't here, and it's important you lamb it now. It's my desire that you circle the wagons, you support him. Until and as such.
This is crunch time, baby. This is where we see what everyone is made of. Who's gonna buckle, who's not.
Happy birthday, huh?
Thanks.
Gentlemen, enjoy your dinner.
See you, T.
I love Hesh, man. I reckon the guy should retire. He's had his days. He's made his millions. He's made his money. He's got income coming. He should just retire.
That was great.
That was great.
You know that him and Adriana broke up?
No. This kid, that's his trouble. He keeps it all bottled up. Then they wonder why they get chemical dependencies.
Chemical dependencies, and look who walks in.
Do you think there was somebody else? Because there was this one night, it was way back, it was a movie night with the girls. Adriana was very upset, and she wanted to get something off her chest, then she just ran out of there crying. You know, I'll bet she was seeing somebody.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's just go.
Never know about people.
She was seeing some bodies, but
His plans were often startling, instinctive, spontaneous, and not infrequently.
Tony lives on the historical channel. You gotta love it. All the war documentaries are going off.
Boundless faith in him.
I'm surprised we haven't seen him watching like Saving Private Ryan or something.
1916, he joyfully returned home on leave to marry his sweetheart.
Really, Chris? Really, Chris? That's the disguise you're wearing.
Fucking something in this situation, huh?
Right. I can't even get down to Milt's, find some jewelry.
Everybody with eyes in the back of their head. Shit, I was Tony's driver.
It's amazing. You want me to be honest? The favoritism Tony still shows for our fucking cousin, after what he's done, what does Tony B have on this guy? And I'm supposed to maybe take a bullet for this, Keith.
After all your uncle's done for you, I need to get into specifics.
Hey, Chris, you should have been whacked a long time ago, fam. You're lucky you're still alive.
Said you went home.
Trisha. Just heard her old man died. I'll give her a call.
You know what I've loved this season as well? I feel like this season has been, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the dialogue has paid off this season, in terms of like in later episodes, and I really love the visual I love the parallels with the visual storytelling, and I talked about it last episode in terms of how you had the similar sort of like pan around shot with the low angle camera shot from like sort of like the floor up, looking up to the trees and panning down to where Adriana was killed by Silvio, and then you had that similar shot at the end of the episode with Tony and Carmela and like sort of like the same environment. And then I didn't discuss it in the reaction, but obviously at the end you had Tony sitting on the log with Carmela over on his, like her hand on his shoulder. It's like the king with his queen. And Fran said in that episode, I can't remember. She's like, if you're married to someone powerful, you goddamn right better make him feel powerful, or something along the lines of that. And that really reiterated in that shot right there as the camera slowly pulled away from Tony and Carmela. But then again, I was editing the test stream episode yesterday, and the same camera technique was used in the test stream, like the dream itself, when Tony was in the streets, I believe, with the same sort of camera looking up to the sky and panning down to Tony. So it's that visual, like it's the visual parallels with episode to episode to episode, and I love that about this show. And for the time, the camera work is absolutely fantastic. Yes, as time has gone on, you can talk about the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul comparisons, and obviously I feel like the technology has advanced, and I feel like the camera work itself, I don't know, I just feel like it's developed in a way where I don't know if there's better cinematographers out there, but like I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have more of a knack for cinematography nowadays, or like I don't know, with Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, it had its style of cinematography where I adored it, and in this show it has that as well. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, and I went off a little bit of a tangent right there, but jumbled my words at the end. But yeah, it's absolutely outstanding this season.
Actually, I've been hanging around on purpose. I gotta talk to you, Tony.
About what?
Silvio will say how it is.
Oh, look, I've been your consigliere for a lot of years.
Don't go into a fucking preamble. Just tell me what's on your mind.
You got some unhappy people out there.
No shit.
Not just the young guys. I'm talking about guys that've been with you since the beginning. Since before the beginning. Guys who worked for your father.
Fucking Paulie, right?
Nah, I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, well, goddamn him.
These guys, Tom, would do whatever you ordered.
Except in this case.
Don't say it like that.
Forget that Tony Blodetto's my cousin. I give him up, we can give the whole fucking thing up.
Here's where the conversation gets difficult.
Go.
All due respect. You were ready to hand him your cousin a week ago. So it's not about standing with the guys or upholding some rules. Not really.
Then what's it all about? Why don't you illuminate me?
It's about the egos,
It's about
man.
you don't want to eat shit from John.
Yeah, it's about the Johnny Sack thing, man.
You don't want to bow down. You told him to go fuck himself. Which, to be honest, wasn't exactly appropriate, considering.
Oh, is that right?
With all due respect.
What the fuck do you know what goes on in my head?
I know you since you were a kid, Tone. Frankly, you got a problem with authority. This attitude of yours, it's a lot of what's made you an effective leader. But we all got flaws, even you. 7 deadly sins, and yours is pride.
Hey, Silvio's saying it how it is, and Tony better not snap here on him, but like...
All due respect. You got no fucking idea what it's like to be number one. Every decision you make affects every facet of every other fucking thing. It's too much to deal with almost. And in the end, you're completely alone with it all.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
This is the course I've chosen. And those of you that are not with me on it, well, that makes me sad. And it'll be dealt with in time.
Ooh. Come on, Tony. It does. I feel like... Am I right in saying it doesn't have to be lonely at the top? You only make it lonely at the top for yourself if you choose it to be that way, because obviously Tony doesn't have enough trust in everyone around him.
You need me for anything else?
And pride as well. Because usually when Tony has these little outbursts with one of these important characters, he usually comes around, but it'd be after. They're going to whack Christopher's friend here. If they're not going to get Christopher, they're going to go for someone close to him. It's just blood for blood at the moment.
Benny, right?
How you doing, Mr. Leotardo?
I'm sitting listening to WFAN, and I go, isn't that the kid that used to drive for Tony?
I'm on my way to the hospital.
Well, that's up to you.
No, I mean my mom, she...
Where's your boss's friend?
What friend?
Don't fuck with me, kid! Don't fuck with me!
Leave Benny alone, man. He just used to drive for Tony.
Where's Blondetto? It's a start.
Billy's a loose cannon, and I feel like I'm not sure if Johnny Sack has given him free reins, and it looks like it is because he's not keeping him in check. He's just like Johnny Sack's got that vendetta against Tony, and he low key letting Philly slide. He's letting Philly, you know, do as he pleases. It's like he's giving him the free agent card, giving him a free pass.
Jesus. He has a fractured skull.
Is he talking at all?
A little.
Where's Larry?
He's staying home.
He's the boy's godfather. It was him who called me. Said he was going to be down here with the kid.
House arrest.
Oh, now the house arrest comes into play. When it's a birthday, I'm out and about. When my godson is in hospital, nah. You can't keep going an eye for an eye.
What do I want to do about it? I want that man there to do something about it. I want him to give us the okay to drive over to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
bring
see?
some fucking timepieces over there.
Tony Blondetto whacked the brother of a captain. Tony tried to strike at them again. We should take him out.
It's mayhem. It's mayhem all over the
That
joint.
first one, the Oregonian, $39.95.
Like I said, you can't keep going an eye for an eye because there's not going to be enough eyes left.
It's from Mel. The poor guy had a stroke. You believe it? He's younger than me.
Mel Boyne? Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
That's why I asked you to come over. His speech, he'll sound a little stonado, probably forever. But get this, 9 months, maybe a year, till he can work a full schedule. They'll have to postpone my retrial.
No
The question is, should I use the style but then get a lawyer who's more with it.
So you heard about this thing with Phil and John?
Bobby said something about this.
You're losing money, probably.
I am? How much?
I don't know. You gotta talk to him.
John?
Bobby. Does John do your collections? Look, Uncle June, what do you think? Phil just beat one of my guys to within an inch of his life. Next time he's gonna kill somebody. What can I do? It's my cousin.
The game's the game, man.
Can I
You,
give them the office address or the home?
you can't protect the family. I know
I'm talking to you.
Tony's got a thing for that,
Go to
but
the wrong place. It's fruit. It'll rot.
Hey, I pinned myself into a corner here, and I don't see a way out.
But he wasn't made, right? The kid. Phil's son.
It's okay. Forget it.
Phil's brother.
I'm sorry, Anthony, but I'm fucking nonplussed with all this news.
Frankly, I don't know. You got a little squirrely in this house.
Tell Phil.
Tell Phil what?
Where you going?
I feel so bad for Uncle June,
You wanted to confer
man.
with me?
That's not important.
Completely forgot what it was
I'm
about.
sure you eat a lunch today.
Is Uncle June technically still acting boss?
Full fucking feature Lamana. Tony sent the wrong ex-con back to jail.
See, he told me back then, this guy, he said that I was special.
You never told me this. Why now?
What, is everything I drag in here gotta be a dead dog?
Oh,
I went to see my son's football coach. See, he was starting my boy, and now coach is going to this other kid more.
What's the reason?
Well, AJ's just devoting more energy to academics. He's determined to get into a good school.
How's things on other fronts? Your cousin.
Well, you touched on something there that's not so good.
What's the problem?
I really can't talk to you about it.
What's the
This is
problem?
very difficult for me treating you when so much of your life is closed off. How many times can I say this?
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult here. It's just that it affects me tremendously, this trouble he's gotten himself into. So I'm upset.
Well,
And I care about him so much.
you care about him so much? We spent hours getting to the realization that your feelings for your cousin stem from guilt and shame. Do you remember that? Do you care?
Yeah, it's just that it doesn't
It's
matter
just
now.
that here we are, as always, back at square one, with you going into high sentimentality mode.
Sentimentality mode? We were children together.
Look, it's a lot like with your son. Here's what I bet the coach didn't tell you. What you wanted to hear most is that your son is special too. What I'm saying is, whatever you want to do vis-a-vis your cousin, your son, whoever, own your feelings.
I'm very confused.
But we can't talk about it.
It's my mess. All my choices were wrong.
Hello?
Kiara!
No, you gotta come up Greenbrook Road.
Patrick said to tell you guys some people have bogus cups. They brought them with them to get out of paying.
Love how AJ wearing the leather jacket like
Back
his
in the
dad
athletic
now.
department.
The black
You're
leather
getting ripped
jacket.
off. You think it's like downloading music? That beer's our property unless you pay for it. Fucking manners!
Yo, AJ, you gonna get in there, back your boy, or just gonna let your boy get whacked? Or like potentially... You're taking enjoyment in that? Oof. Love that callback to whoever did this. With the bada bing being empty and the two raise the light on the dancing floor. Or like where the poles are. That's a lonely bada bing.
Big.
Don't tell me you're gonna Charmaine Johnny Sack. This is where he's conflicted here. Does he tell him where Tony B is or... Swallow your pride, man. Come on.
Who is it? Open this door.
Want to talk to you. Hey, you got some beefs. You want to phone everybody?
Is he gonna see the painting? Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know you said you wanted it burnt, T. But the picture moved me.
It's because you knew it cost me a fucking arm and a leg.
It's museum quality work, I admit that. But I told the guys the chance to hang a picture of you on my wall. I rescued it from the flames.
What's with the hat and shit? Huh? Don't give me, huh? You know what it does to me? To be reminded of that fucking horse?
I'm sorry, T. But you never come here no more. I didn't figure it'd be a problem.
I never come here no more because they're watching all our houses. It's no good for us to visit.
I know.
What are you and your horse? You get a big laugh out of that?
Napoleon Soprano.
What the fuck is it?
That's no joke. That cost me a lot of money to get the retouching done.
What the fuck you do it for? Don't bullshit me, Paulie.
Part of it, all right, was to fix some fire damage on the guy's feet. But while I was at it, I also thought, I don't have a modern look in here. So go with something more traditional.
What traditional?
Something that catches more of what you're really all about.
A goddamn lawn jockey?
That's not a lawn jockey. That's a general.
General. Who?
It's not a real general from history. It's you.
Now that you put it that way.
The fuck?
Aww. I thought they were gonna have a decent conversation there first. Come on. Take it back. At least he made it quick. My boy looking like Harvey Dent. Damn, man.
Speak.
He's at 146 Route 9A, Kinderhook.
I don't know if they're gonna be satisfied, but with that Tony took it out on him, took him out on his own, or like got someone else to do it. It depends what New York's gonna assume here. You're gonna rock up, try and do the silent approach when he's just on your right, Philly.
We got you your Bialys and coffee. Well, Johnny Sack called for you. Called a couple of times. He seemed to be upset about something.
Ah.
Go Bialy.
Anytime, boss.
Catch you later.
Did they know what he just did?
Take it easy, Tom.
They're just leaving him to himself at the moment because of how hard it must have been.
What?
Didn't solve a thing.
It's over, John.
The fuck it is. He's beside himself now.
The best thing for him, for you, for all of us, is to put this thing behind us and get back to business.
How the fuck is that supposed to happen?
Something we gotta talk about. The first step, I'd consider giving Phil a quarter of my points in the Bloomfield operation, which my cousin was running.
I'm at Columbia Press all day. My yearly physical. An hour already, I'm waiting for this fucking doctor. Then I got bone density test, lipids. Come into the city tonight, we'll sit down.
No offense, John, but I got an IQ of 136. It's been tested.
All right. Tomorrow morning, then, my house, 6:30.
What?
I'm on a 9 a.m. flight to Miami. I have to get things in line down there.
John.
You think I'm gonna give you mats with Ginny upstairs?
All right, if you don't hear from me, I'll be there.
Tony, you and you alone. I'm not having Phil, nobody.
Let's see if he's a man of his word. Tensions, like I said, it's on a fine line at the moment, so you don't know who's gonna do what. Tony may rock up to to Johnny Sack's house with a bunch of boys, have a bunch of boys ready. You just never know what people are gonna do now, and I love the unpredictability of the show at the moment. Like Tony rocking up to the front porch right there, blowing out Tony B. It had to be done, and I'm guessing it hurt him a lot. It hurt him a lot to do that, and he had to swallow his pride and take care of it. But at the same time, he talked about this episode making a lot of wrong choices, and is that another wrong choice? Because Philly and Johnny Sack are never going to be content with that, especially Philly, because how he's been acting this episode might set a precedent for how he's going to be acting in season 6. And he's going to hold that grudge against Tony forever, that he wasn't the one to pull the trigger, or he wasn't the one to torture Tony B and get that little bit of revenge back, an eye for an eye. Like, it was out of Philly's hands, and the fact that it was out of his hands, I think might come back to hurt Tony again, and he just had to swallow it a little bit and let New York take care of it, even though it was his cousin. And he's done the same with Chris before, so it's very interesting what's going to happen now, and I just love the unpredictability of this show at the moment. Because you still got the FBI with Ray as well, which was dealt with this episode, and they're going to come through soon with fire.
You need to go up to the farm and pick up your cousin. I need you to go up there now, this morning. Maybe over. But watch your back. Take him off the premises, obviously. She'll be buried. It should be you that does it. You got it.
Crazy how they were the ones, or they were the two digging up bodies before.
We never got a chance to talk in detail about Adriana.
I know.
If you let something slip, if she saw anything.
There was a couple of times I had her with me picking up collections.
Esplanade. The cigarettes, she was always nosing around.
Did you ever say anything about Ralph or the Bevilacqua kid?
No.
Would you remember?
I swear on my life. You won't find any of that. I'm reading, I'm lifting weights. I know what you think, Tom, but you'll see. I'm gonna prove myself to you. I only chipped that once, on a day with her. She was willing to rat me out because she couldn't do 5 fucking years. I thought she loved me.
She's a cunt.
But,
There's no good to think about that now.
brother, you don't understand the situation she was in. She was a poor lost soul.
All right, so
I also love the parallels with Anthony Jr. and Tony this episode in terms of like the black having different meaning, and AJ wearing sort of like the black leather jacket Tony is accustomed to wearing. But in this situation or in this episode, AJ's wearing it as sort of like a figure of authority, in terms of like he set up that party and he's not even focusing on his grades. He's not focusing on his grades at all, or he's not even focusing on his sports. He's doing it. He's doing this whole thing to make side hustles like his father, and he's earning a bit of cash from it. And you saw him step back and have that smile when the fight broke out. And yeah, he's getting a little bit of taste, I guess, of not what is, it's obviously what Tony did at a younger age or what his father does. Obviously, he doesn't know too much detail about what his father does, but it's very similar. And Tony here is wearing black, but I feel like he's wearing black here not to show he's the boss. I feel like, obviously, I think it's because he's in mourning. He's mourning for his cousin, and you see it in his facial expression here. So it's just that visual parallels with the clothing, with AJ being in a position of authority here, getting a little bit of taste of what it's like to make money the way he is at the moment, and he might get a liking to it. And then obviously Tony with the mourning for Tony B. He let one cousin slide. He had to take out one cousin. Feel like he's gonna put all his eggs into one basket here. But those eggs were cracked.
He does like her.
He slipped on those eggs. You saw it before when he put the painting in the bin.
I have heard you talking in here all night.
Could you knock?
You said you would be finishing your application for East Stroudsburg State.
You're gonna stroke out if you can't find a way to control yourself about all this.
Whoa!
I know.
Hang that phone up.
Call me back later.
And I don't want you around here next year sponging off of us. So fine. I am withholding all allowance until those applications are done.
That's not even practical, and you know it.
what's the matter?
He hasn't done his applications. He isn't getting allowance.
No allowance.
Well, I have $300 of my own money.
How?
Me and Matt put on a party. $5 a person. We made $600 after expenses.
What expenses?
The band.
Is that what you've been on the phone about these last 2 weeks?
It may interest you to know. People said it was the best party all year.
I wonder if Tony's gonna be happy here.
We just let people into Matt's house. What they brought with them was not under our control.
Do your applications. Now.
I don't know. Tony was kind of like, you know, proud of his son right there. A little bit of a side hustle success. Make him bank.
You know, it's interesting. I was talking to his college advisor.
Oh, Wegman?
No, AJ got switched around. Miss Miro. She mentioned that AJ talked to her once about what might be good schools to study event planning.
What the hell is it?
I am not really sure.
Gay, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh, you're around a lot of wealthy people.
Well.
And then he watches that DVD over and over again. The one with Mike Myers about, what's his name, Steve Rubell, the Studio 54 guy?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
She's not talking about Austin Powers, was she?
I don't know. She's fired up about something at least.
Is it me, or have they completely misread this whole situation about him throwing a party, being underage, alcohol, underage, everything, and making money off it, and they see it as event planning a future? I know they're seeing the bright side, but have they misread the whole situation here? Like, because I feel like they have. Winter is coming. Or it's arrived, sorry.
Phil has to know that punishment has been meted out, and that's all there is. And that what we are here for, in the end, is to put food on the table for our families, our sons, the future. That's what's important.
He doesn't accept that. His family's smaller by one.
Well then, my friend, it's up to you to make him accept it.
Me?
Let's talk, John, about the 500-pound elephant in the room. Which is that you started this cycle of bloodshed when you whacked the girl Carmine used to fuck.
Lorraine Coloso was not a girl. And what kind of a man bangs his second cousin?
What are you, the friggin' cardinal? You want to shut down our joint construction jobs? Eat K-rations? Fine. You want Phil to put one in one of my guys? That's gonna go a long way to making you the rich prick that you always wanted to be.
What do you suggest?
Well, whatever his legitimate sorrow, he's got a price. He wants to provide for his family.
And?
And what? Read his price, and that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Oh, you don't?
I paid enough, John. I paid a lot.
I love the way that was delivered. Ah! Was it Larry who talked about this episode, the set of balls he had, you know, going out of house arrest? This is the set of balls on Tony here, but Phil's never going to understand. And I feel like like I said, they set the precedent for that. He's never going to understand. Tony has paid a lot, and Tony's less by one with his family as well, with Tony B too.
Maybe I could sell it.
You could even say Adriana as well.
Truth is, we've had discussions. I gave him the sports book.
Why don't you say that right off, you cheap fuck?
Because I don't like it. He's gonna want consigliere or who knows
Let's not
what.
go backwards now.
I don't like this truce here. I don't like
People
it.
you run into who want to be boss, huh? They should know.
I told you. You don't listen, you nut.
It's good seeing you again.
Still look forward to working with you, John. I mean that.
You want a coffee?
Well, I don't know.
Fucking Christ.
Oh my gosh. Wow, out. The FBI were waiting this whole moment. Oh, the way that gun sunk into the... That was so satisfying. Look at the way he dropped the gun into the snow. I just found it so satisfying. Look. Whoop. Whoop. This is that Ray Curto thing coming all into action.
FBI, open up! FBI!
Johnny Sack's not getting away here, man.
I'm the gardener! Ah!
Oh man, he's doing comps. Oh, he talked about a dead dog to Melfi this episode. One way or another, they're just gonna knock on his house. Like, he can't run away forever. Look what happened to Tony B. He was on the run this episode. He went into hiding. Now, Tony Soprano's doing the same thing. I hope Johnny Sack doesn't, like, get angry at Tony for what he did. He just outran him. He had the better cardio. Like, he can't say you ran out on me.
You heard anything?
I had Gendler on my cell phone all the way over here. Jimmy Petriel was a cooperator. Brooklyn AUSA took down the whole Petriel crew, plus Johnny. Would have reached all the way to Carmine Sr. if he hadn't died.
Jimmy Petriel? He's a sweet old guy.
He gave them gambling, homicides, trafficking, 18 fucking years worth. It's a major crap lock, my friend.
I was fucking there.
What? Where?
Johnny's house. My car's still in the driveway. I'm walking 3 miles towards my house.
No law against parking your car unless it's in front of a hydrant.
Yeah,
Don't
throw,
laugh at Neil.
throw Jimmy Petru under the bus so Ray can continue to do his thing.
You weren't named in the indictment, obviously. It's Brooklyn. They weren't coming for you. So frankly, were I you, I might actually consider laughing. Or rub a hunchback's hump. Or something.
Yeah.
Be of good cheer. Call you when I hear more.
I hear kids. He's at a school playground. He can't laugh here. Yeah! Hey, we started the season with a bear in the backyard, and now the bear's walking into the backyard. Hey, you gotta stop. You gotta applaud that callback right here. You gotta applaud it. The bear's coming back to the backyard, and the same song's playing when Tony B got whacked. La 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 la. I'm not zoning out here. Look at the bear. Looks like he's been through the wars. The general marching back into his home. He went to war this episode. He made it out alive. He lives to fight another day. I hope Johnny Sack doesn't take it the wrong way, because like you obviously have the truce, but then the truce was sort of like obviously juxtaposed with that event right there. And Johnny Sack would misread that the wrong way.
What happened to you? Your shoes are soaking wet.
I feel like nothing's solved here. Like, even though him and Johnny Sack had that thing, Philly's still gonna be a loose cannon. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're gonna leave me on that? You're gonna leave me on that note? Oh, man. Season 6 about to be generational. Oh, man. It's just... It is what it is. Like... Johnny Sack, hopefully, he needs to beat the case now. Whether he does or not, I don't know. Because that's the boss of all bosses locked up now. Or, like, taken in. And they've got evidence. They've got evidence. What Ray got a lot of things. And obviously they threw the old man under the bus. And that gives Ray the chance to live to fight or live to record another day. In terms of being wired up, if you get what I mean. Damn, that was an absolutely fantastic finale. Still so much going on. So much going on that I feel like it's gonna all come to an amazing conclusion in season 6. I feel like season 6 is going to be off the rails, like off the rails. Because this episode teased just how much tension there is and how much there still is, even how much tension there is within Tony's own camp, not just within Brooklyn. I just feel like it's uneasy everywhere. And it's just, I'm just waiting for the inevitable nuclear bomb to go off with everyone going at it. But for the moment, it seems like the truce happened, but at the same time, who's going to be in charge now while Johnny Sack is put away on trial? How is he going to dictate things? You know, maybe he's going to be placed on house arrest, depending on how good his lawyer is. But yeah, it's going to be so interesting. It's literally going to be so interesting season 6 to see how everything's handled, to see, you know, who gets put in charge, to see who turns on Tony. But it seems like Ray's getting away with it at the moment. Like, he's the least suspected guy. You saw at the birthday party. It is what it is. This is why they need to do regular checks on who's wired and who's not. Like, they need to do these regular checks, especially after Pussy and Jimmy Altieri. Come on, man. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the season finale of Sopranos season 5. That was absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to get into season 6. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.